get it right away. Take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray, make that play.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. Andy Isabella, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Simple.
Here's Wilson. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well not even.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tony Pollard, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
From the 27, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Murray now. He completes it to Julio Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
It's a foot race. The 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tony Pollard, 96 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw is Murray. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Armstead. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
It's been a long day for you. Mike, check 55, Mike. Target.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That ball complete to Isabella. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
And we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 36, 30, what's left?
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's out right at the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He's going to take off with it, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd down now, Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Zebra.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Pollard going to try the right side. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that. Sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Check. Check out.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Gets it to Strong. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Wilson now on 3rd and 2. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tony Pollard with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 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 check.
1st down, Murray. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Cardinals first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Murray now on first down. Complete to Jones. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. This is the tight end fan. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Carson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And an alley to run. He's got daylight. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tony Pollard. 57 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the run. They're running it. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Now it's Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On third down, it's Pollard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
380. All day, every day, any day. 385. 95. Watch the edge. He's coming, double up.
They'll try to run with Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 25 yards out. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Murray. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. He'll look to throw.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now,
That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 62 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They run again with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the twitch, watch the twitch.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
What? 315. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check it back, check it back.
They run it with Carson. Room here to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter.